Salem, the spirit is so high. How we feeling? Really, really, really good. It's good to be here. Comrade Chairman, comrades on the platform, our next Prime Minister, Comrade Mark Golden. Hail the man. Big him up, big him up, big him up. Councillor Kerry Thomas, standing proud. Mount Salem again belongs to the People's National Party. Big him up. Big him up. Councillor Michael Troop from the Granville Division, we senior advisor, will keep the ship steady and make sure PNP approach politics with diligence and experience in St. James. Give the man a round of applause. Big up the YO group. They have been so engaged, so involved in what we have been doing here in Mount Salem. The future of the People's National Party looks bright. Give them a round of applause. Big up the rest of council them. Banga, big up yourself. Read. We know where you go, man. Big up yourself. Give me a touch. Yeah, man, your time coming again soon. I saw the thing, it fluctuates. I like business cycle, up and down. But the People's National Party is always here, whether we're up or we're down, and that's fundamental. So giving ourselves a round of applause for sticking with the People's National Party through thick and thin, because that, my friend, is fundamental. Comrade Alan, college man, motivated me from way out, from way then. Always encourage us and has always been positive where the People's National Party is concerned, you know. When I decided to enter politics, the first person I called was Comrade Mark Golden. You remember? You said to me, say, "We say you're going to politics." I say, "Yeah, man, we'll do it." He said, "We can't tell them." Say, "Boss, you go join them." I said, "No, my boss, but never join them. I'm a socialist from birth. I'm a socialist till me dead." Big up yourself, Comrade Golden. Through thick and thin, man, enough work to put in. Power to the people. Touch my man, away answer, man. Comrades, the People's National Party is refreshed, revived, and renewed. And as you can see, what's happening here in Western Jamaica is no fluke, is no coincidence. When you look across to Anova and see the 7-0, where them give them a thing at L.A. Lewis down the 7, where the boss, so big up yourself, Comrade Edda, 7-star general in a one go. Normally those things take time, but the ladies in Anova, with their team and councillors, were able to do it in a single go. Comrade Nikisha Burchell, who has been a rock with the People's National Party for so long, and making sure that we send out the right messages to the general public, and the People's National Party is not liable for any nonsense. Big her up, Comrade Nikisha. Come on, man. Big them up, man. Big her up, man. Comrade Read Not. I call her Read Yes. You know, I can't deal with the not business. Because not is a negative, I deal with positive. I call her Read Yes. She has been so dedicated to the work that she has put herself to do, that we respect her so much and encourage her every day. Because politics is a learning process. You do not learn politics overnight. As Comrade PJ Patterson told me the first time I met with him to sit down as the candidate for West Central, is a grave digger that starts at the top. But the PNP always rise to the top. Cream of the crop, the People's National Party. Bigger up, same way. Comrade Allen, Janice Allen, my campaign manager the last time. She worked so hard for the People's National Party. Oh God, put out her heart and soul. In this election, she did so well with us in the Spring Garden Division by helping Comrade Warren Murray to stabilize himself as a new, fresh candidate to understand the political terrain. And now she has decided to enter representational politics and to represent you in this constituency where the school resides, Central St. James. And we have a strong feeling, I have a strong feeling that she'll nipple them over here and bigger up. Next member of parliament for Central St. James, Comrade Janice Allen. Comrades, the vision I have is the vision of a young boy who grew up in Mount Salem, And the Mount Salem he grew up in was a very peaceful and welcoming community. A community that stood tall as the bedrock and the incubator for national footballers in the Jamaica team. When I talk about great like Winston and Glenn, when I talk about Durant Tatty Brown, when I talk about Weewa, Bud Morrow Brown, rest in peace, Lester Jack. We bury him today. Give him a round of applause to Salem Ball of them. If there was a football academy in Montego Bay, that had to be Mount Salem, because from Mount Salem was more than quarter of the national team back in the 1990s. Comrades, we have lost the moral fabric of this community. We have lost everything that Mount Salem stood for. And we are losing our young people day by day by day. Looking in from the outside, I could not allow that to continue any longer. I long for the Mount Salem that I grew up in. And the dream I share is not my own. There are many people from Mount Salem who still live here, who can recall what Mount Salem was in the 1980s, what Mount Salem was in the 1990s, what Mount Salem was in the early 2000s, and go to their bed dreaming of a brighter day and recreating the Mount Salem that they so love dearly. Comrades, I put it to you tonight that that dream is not a fleeting illusion. I put it to you that that dream is a dream that we can achieve. Through our hard work, dedication, and understanding of the political process, comrades, we can support each other and we can share the good news of the People's National Party and the renewed leadership that we're coming with, not just for Mount Salem, not just for St. James West Central, not just for St. James in general, but for all of Jamaica. And that is fundamental. Comrades, I didn't have to enter politics because it's not a need. I didn't have to come back to Jamaica because it's not a need. But having gone to England, having studied economics, there is no better place to start rebuilding the world than start rebuilding at home. So I chose, comrades, to return to Mount Salem, to return to Montego Bay, to provide hope, to provide fresh minds with new ideas, to provide renewed leadership so that one day the dreams and aspirations and desires that we have for Mount Salem, for our young boys who we are losing to scamming, our young boys we are losing to guns, our young girls who we are losing, we want our Mount Salem back, and we will not stop until it is done. Comrades, the People's National Party has always been on my mind because one time when I went to Cornwall College, I got detention. And when I got detention at Cornwall College, we served detention in the library. And the first time I got detention, I went in the library, I saw this cabinet of books. It was a gray-looking, black and white book. And I didn't pay it any mind. But I was curious as to why this cabinet has so many of these books. It was the most popular book in the library. The second time I got detention, I sat there in the library again doing nothing. And I saw the books again, look at them, and turn my back. A year passed, and I got detention again. I went in the library. I still see the same book them again. No, I don't get trouble. But you know, school discriminate against young boys from the inner city. So we end up not giving trouble, but end up in trouble. Enough time I don't get trouble. My friend them get trouble, I'm try to bail them out. I end up as the one in trouble. That has always been our case. Anyway, the book was Michael Manley's. It was called The Politics of Change. And I began reading that book. I was in second form when I started reading the book. And the book spoke about creating self-reliance and independence amongst black people, giving you the opportunity to own your own home, to make your own decisions, and to contribute towards the national development through your effort. And I said, this is the Jamaica I want to live in. And from then, I was inclined to the message that the People's National Party was sending. Because Michael Manley stood to me as a symbol of change, a symbol of light, a beacon of excellence. And that is the footstep that I wanted to follow and took the time out to emulate. When I look at the history of the People's National Party and we talk about universal adult suffrage, giving women the opportunity to vote, the People's National Party gave women the opportunity to be somebody in this Jamaica that we live. Cornwall College was a school that a young black boy like me from Mount Salem could never attend. But through the common entrance that Michael Manley created, I was able to attend Cornwall College and to turn out as the person I am. So when I hear the people talking about that they are this and they are that, and I see black people running up and down as if they are senseless, talking about they are supporting this and supporting that, they have always neglected their saviors to support their oppressors throughout the course of history. Comrades, success is not the absence of challenges. Success is the ability to overcome these challenges. And Mount Salem one day will become a successful place where people can live in peace, play football in peace, send your children to school in peace, party at night in peace, and up and down the road again like when I was young in peace. Look at what's happening. Mount Salem is like a city that never sleeps. Am I wrong or am I right? Now by 10 o'clock, the whole road clear and empty. It does not make sense to me with the potential. And it's just a handful of people who are giving trouble. You cannot suppress 10,000 people just to make 5 or 10 people happy. It doesn't make sense to me. So the crime fighting programs that they have been running through Mount Salem but have not been working. The zone as paper operation not been working. Look how many times we try. We bring we skater them now across Crawford Street and people come from all over the world to come see this skater. It's like a new monument to them. And because them in a power, them use brute force and stop the liquor niceness and activities that we're supposed to have because we are hog and goat, cow and dog. So we not decide to have our own enjoyment because they are the ones controlling us. Where we live, when we go to bed, when we wake up, is a big disrespect. The comfort lands in Pickard Street is a big problem. From ever since I was little, people always wanted their land titles for that land. It was yesterday that I learned that the MP was supposed to sign a document 7 years ago so that the people in Mount Salem can have their land titles and feel ownership to themselves. But through we black, through we are inner city, it's too much for them to put their signature on a paper for recommend us to get a land title. And then Mount Salem people go say to me that them are labor right. And them are this and that and live on land where them not own. And labor right to prevent them from own them land. And them dress up in a green jersey and run, come over here, come vote for them. How nonsensical is that? Eh? Arthur Gilchrist, give the whole of them land through Michael Manley. Make them get to somewhere comfortable where them can lay them head and grow up in peace. Then come tell me say them a labor right. Mount Salem people, we have to be wise. The axe was chopping down the forest, but the trees kept voting for it because its handle was made of wood. The axe was chopping down the forest, And the trees kept voting for it because its handle was made of wood. Comrades, 2024 is the future. We are grown and mature people with common sense who understand where we are from and where we want to go. So in this 2024, I cannot expect for us to be ignorant to the facts that are right in front of us. Comrades, I am not here to exploit you. I don't want anything from nobody in Mount Salem. I never see one on here to ask and I prefer give no. So there's nothing in politics that I want, that I'm offering myself for to go and become a part of the illicit six. That has never been my aim. My aim has always been to uplift the lives of such remarkable people who I grew up with. All the knowledge, education, experience that I have garnered has never been to serve myself. When we went to university and we are part of fraternity, we said that we have 7 responsibilities. Responsibility to self, responsibility to family, responsibility to community, responsibility to the country, responsibility to the black race, responsibility to the Caribbean, and 7 responsibility to the world. Comrades, I need to get past the 3rd responsibility because the world is waiting for the People's National Party to save them. The leaders of the People's National Party have never been just domestic leaders. When you talk about fighting freedom in Angola, when you talk about fighting freedom in South Africa, when you talk about fighting freedom in Zimbabwe, in Mozambique, in Ghana, in Nigeria, it has always been the People's National Party who has stood up as the leadership for black people across the entire world. And that has not changed. You are slowing us up, comrades. Black people, we have always been on the back foot. Since slavery, the traumas we have not recovered. And that is why you see us every time voting against ourselves, because we do not believe in ourselves. And I don't blame you, because you have received so many false promises from leaders over the years who pretend to love you, who give you a $5,000 to buy a rum and boom, who buy a 10 block, who buy a ton of steel, and you can't even build your house because every time you have to go back to them. So you get the block and the steel, but you not vote because you never get the cement. Comrades, that are low life living, the country that we live in now, we need to provide opportunities for our people so that they can earn higher income. So when you want to buy 1,000 block, you can go in your bank account and go buy the block them and build up your house. Instead of every minute you run back a politician, so you want this and want that. Is only the People's National Party who can provide the opportunities for you so that you can enter and live a life that is upstanding. Let me share a story with you now. Francis Bacon was sent on the first expedition to Africa to come and see how we lived. And when he arrived, we put him in a hostel, we quarantined him. The same person him named Bacon offer. And when he arrived, we put him in a hostel to live. And we gave him food and chaperoned him around the whole place. Anyway, when he went back to England, he wrote in his journal, he said to the king, "King, I walk the length and breadth of this land, and neither have I seen a beggar, nor have I seen a thief. The hostel that they gave me to stay in fit for any king, any queen, and they gave me the freshest fruits, the freshest vegetables. Over there I live better than you, my Lord, who is here serving us in England." It is going to take something astronomical to break these people. And astronomical is what they did. They have turned many of us into beggars and turned many of us into thieves. When I was younger, if I ever beg nobody nothing, my mother give me a box and say, "Look, boy, move from here." So no, everybody a beg. We don't have no ambition. We have to change how we approach life. We cannot continue in this way because this is not characteristic of kings and queens, and that is who we are as a people. And we have always been kings and queens. Understand and know your value, comrades. Leadership and development is not a joke. The government for so long talk about they want to better your lives. The macroeconomic stability that Jamaica boasts about today could never have been initiated by the Jamaica Labour Party, because them now have the experience, the leadership ability, the acumen, and the care about the people to initiate that. Crush it. Crush it. From 2016, them coming to power, so that they have a 5 in 4. They want Jamaica to grow by 5% in 4 years. When me looking at them cabinet, me no see one economist, me no see one person who understand how macroeconomics runs. At the same time, I know say impossible. Fast forward from 2016 to 2024, Jamaica still a grow by 1%. It's a fool go. Them no know the formula. Them no understand what go on. But us, the People's National Party, full of economics, people who understand how to manage the economy, how to use resources. We have the formula for bring Jamaica to the future where it ought to be, and uplift growth and development for our nation. And such remarkable paper. Formula, comrades, black people traumatized, and the leadership that has been afforded to us has not encouraged us, has always exploited us. So when we get true, real leadership, we tend to be blindfolded because of the trauma that we feel. But comrades, you are not stupid. Especially the people of Mount Salem and St. James. You are wise, smart, clairvoyant people who know what you want. And because you know what you want, you understand what is good leadership from what is fake leadership. And the leadership that we have here, you hear the problems. Mount Salem look like a dilapidated city from the 1960s. And we live in 2024. Montego Bay look like a dilapidated city from the 1960s, and we look in 2024. All the politicians them do a walk up and down and take picture. St. James Street full of garbage. The place now modernized. Internet now work no way. JPS electricity there. Everybody else look to renewable energy. Jamaican leaders wake up and talk about energy. Everybody else have fixed up them hospital. So when you're sick, you can have a disease. This morning we toured the hospital. Oh God, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And to know that we have a government that we pay taxes to. We have a government who we believe in. We have a government who wants good for us. And these people have led us astray and have used our resources ill-mannered. The Nutri-Bun program. Right now, the Ministry of Education in a big problem. Wrap up the money. What type of government is this? When I don't talk for go on a TV, I reason with my friends and family from Mount Salem, because it is important for us to understand who we are as a people, where we have been coming from, so that we know exactly where we ought to go. This People's National Party has put together a stellar team of leaders who understand your challenges and who are committed to serving you, the great people of St. James, Montego Bay, and Jamaica. Comrades, I can go on and on and on all night.